When are you gonna record? Ew.
It's recording right now. Hello mga higala! Welcome back to my channel! This is Ginspiration and more. For today's video, we are going to reminisce. Is it reminisce?
Okay.
Our very first impression of Davao City. I was gonna say Philippines, but we've never really lived all over Philippines, just Davao area, and me, Alaska, because I've never lived somewhere else in the United States but Alaska. So if you're interested with this kind of video, please keep on watching. Hi guys, so the very first time that Mark went to the Philippines, I gotta ask you, what did you think about it? Actually, the very first cities that you have been was only Davao City, right?
I went to Manila.
Yeah, you landed in Manila and then Davao City. So, I know you went to Davao City and then we flew back to Manila together.
Yep.
Yeah. So, what was your very first impression about the Philippines, given that you have lived here in the Alaska for the longest time?
It was hot. That's my biggest first impression. It was hot. That's the first one.
No.
It was hot, and there was a lot of people, and I was surprised by the amount of little kids running around by themselves. That kind of really surprised me. Like that time we saw that little boy and that little girl, and they were like 2 and 4 years old, and they were like, the little girl was pulling the little boy in a box, and I think all she had on was a diaper and a shirt, and then the little boy who just had a shirt on. And I asked you, I was like, what's up with that? And you said you think that maybe they were homeless.
Yeah, and we're just comparing Alaska and Davao, right now.
Yeah, Alaska and Davao.
Okay.
And then that's my first impression. And then the other thing that really surprised me is like when we went to the malls. Like, it's crowded. Like, I'm surprised how many people are in the malls. And I'm really surprised like when you go to the mall and there's security. That kind of surprised me. There was armed security, and they're checking everybody's bags coming
every time you take chicken.
And then I was surprised how polite everybody is. Hi sir, you know, all day long. I'm just like,
no, that's because you're a foreigner.
no, because I see them doing it to other people too.
Oh, okay.
I saw them doing it to Filipino people.
Okay, pause before you go farther and farther so I can match with my very first impression. Yeah, I came here in Alaska. This is also my very first time getting out of the Philippines, so first out of the country trip or travel. So I came here and I was surprised that there's nobody outside when we got out of the airport, and I barely saw anyone. It was around October, so it's kind of cold already, October 27th. So it's actually kind of cold. And no, it's not kind of cold. It was cold. Coming from the Philippines, I'm like, I don't think I can survive here. But no one's like walking around the street. Everybody was just driving or in the bus or whatever. It was just shocking. And then speaking about the mall, I was shocked how small their malls here. The very first mall I've been was the Fifth Avenue Mall. And I'm like, what the heck is this mall? Is this really a mall? Because in the Philippines, as he said, it's very crowded and we have security, and they don't really have a lot of food or activities to go to the mall to. Right?
There's no Wawawi.
There's no Wawawi. And what else did you remember about the very first visit when you go Davao City?
I was surprised about the nightlife. There's all these markets. That really surprised me. Is that
night
something
markets
you only see in America, at a fair or something like that, where they got all the foods? So that kind of surprised me. They had all the street foods and stuff like that. And honestly, I'm really surprised because I was in the military for so long. I thought that, and I've been warned about Davao, Mindanao. I thought there was going to be a bunch of, terrorists there. So I was worried about going there because actually I had to go get an intel brief before I left because I was still in the military.
No,
And
it's not just you guys who are thinking that Davao or Mindanao is dangerous in general, because even other Filipinos thinks that way.
yeah, so that's why I was really surprised. Like walking around Davao, I was really surprised that because the Philippines is a third world country, I was surprised how clean Davao was. I was surprised that nobody's smoking on the streets. And you know, I don't know, I was just surprised. The then mayor, Duterte, now president, he was doing a great job there. I felt safe there. And I was also surprised there wasn't that many foreigners. Like I was like one of the I didn't see a lot of white boys.
There are probably a lot
Remember,
of foreigners.
I saw that other white boy with the tattoos, and like we became like, hey, what's up, man? We just started talking to each other. And yeah. And I was surprised that all the little kids kept calling me Joe.
I know, everybody actually kept talking or saying Joe and something like that. And also, were you surprised about how almost pretty much the Filipinos can speak a little bit of English?
Yeah, it's actually true. Especially the younger people. Like if you're, you know, younger than me.
So if you
They all spoke English.
Yeah, if you get lost in the Philippines, you really have nothing to worry. If you speak English, you can find a good direction, even from whoever is on the street.
I was surprised how polite the people at Jollibee were and how they wanted me to have a jolly good day.
How do they say it?
Like, hi sir, have a jolly good day. Like they're so excited. Something like that.
So,
and I was surprised that they kept putting gravy on all their French fries. Like, you know, one of the biggest things I'm surprised about the Philippines is like you go get food and like everything's like normal size. It's not like America where everything's got to be like crazy big. Like you get a McDonald's French fries and that size that they give is like that's honestly the size that they give for kids in kids meals in America.
Yeah.
And then in America, like everything has to be like crazy big drinks. I'm not exaggerating, huh? Like it's too much.
Yeah, that's one thing too. When I got here in the US, he took me to very fancy restaurant, Golden Corral.
Golden Corral's bomb.
But it's all you can eat restaurant, and I was so shocked how much food they have in general. It was crazy. They have steak, they have fried chicken, they have everything. Seafood.
Dessert.
Their dessert, it was crazy. I'm like, what in the world? And yeah, their food is like for good for 1 week for a regular Filipino who just came here to the US, because we're used to having our serving to be just like good for one person. For in America, their good for one person serving is like for good for one person for the whole week.
You're supposed to say America,
baby. And yeah, and then the nightlife, you'll be surprised. Here you can't. I came here when I was 19, and I cannot go out in a bar because I wasn't 21. Because in the Philippines, you can be either 12, 11, 12, whatever. I mean, there's no age restriction. They never ID us.
You went to a bar when you were 11 and 12?
No, but I drink beer. Red Horse.
When you were 11 or 12?
Maybe.
Ooh, your mom's gonna see this and...
Love you, Mom.
Oi! She needs to be disciplined.
But yeah, it was crazy. Nightlife was crazy there. How about the transportation?
Well, here in Alaska, for me, it's easy because I have a car. But if you don't have transportation, then it's not as easy. I mean, there is public transportation, but sometimes they're early, sometimes they're late. It's not 24/7, right? It's not 24/7.
It's not.
And then in the Philippines, I really enjoy the jeepney and stuff like that more than the taxi.
Taxi.
I like the jeepney. And
You've only been into one Jeep in your life.
Are you crazy? It's like one of my favorite things to do in the
No, I
Philippines.
thought you liked the tricycle because
I like the tricycle
when
too.
we went,
You didn't tell them that?
the tricycle. How do you say it in English? Well, and for me, or we describe it Filipino as overhang, because he went on the ride at the back side, and he was kind of heavier that time. He's a lot lighter now, but it went up like this. The driver was like up on the air, and he was like, sir, you're kind of heavy.
Oh my gosh.
Sorry,
So anyways, there's more options for transportation in the Philippines, is my point.
yeah, that's true. That's why I was forced to drive. I didn't really I didn't want to drive before, but when I started working, I realized the importance of having your own transportation, so that way you don't have to rely on anybody, because my husband also worked, and the kids we bring so of course we had the kids, we pick them up and drop them off. So I have to be independent. I'm too independent.
I feel like Ricky Bobby. I don't know what to do with my hands.
But yeah, I was actually told that someone told me that I am too independent, but it's kind of scary.
Besides being hot?
About like some activities.
Well, there's always something to do in the Philippines. Like, there's always something going on. You can find something to do. Like when we went to Davao, we went to the Crocodile Park, People's Park. We went to, the malls, and then we went to
malls all day, every day.
There's a lot to do there. But I mean, there's stuff to do in Alaska. There is, but it's cost a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how much was the Kenai Fords?
Kenai Fjords was like
tour.
$200 a person.
Yeah,
or 300 for a cruise for 8 hours. And the hotels, you have to talk about the hotels, because the hotels here are crazy expensive.
Yeah.
And they don't have free breakfast. How about the hotels there?
I give a shout out to my favorite hotel in the Philippines, the Royal Mandaya in Davao. I like it. It's a very nice hotel, and it was like what, equivalent to 50 US dollars. And they have breakfast, like all you can eat buffet in the morning, and everybody there is so nice, and they help you out. And
you remember somebody flirted with you?
The girl that worked in the little
she was like, hey sir,
didn't she give me her number?
Yeah, she tried to be so friendly, and she's like, here's my phone number, here's my email address, I work here at the Royal Mandaya. So she's like all this and sassy, and me right here be like, from the mountain, like, what the heck?
I never called her or emailed her. But what about the girl in Manila when we're walking down Manila Bay? And I think we were married at the time.
No. We broke.
Yeah, we were. And we were holding hands, and the girl come up and tried to break us apart, and she's like, he's with me now. You know the saddest thing I saw in the Philippines?
What?
Is that young mother, she was like 15 or 16 years old.
So we're talking about Manila now, so.
Yeah. Is this supposed to be a happy vlog?
No, I mean, just the very first few experience you had.
I was surprised. Well, this goes along the lines of the, like, homeless people. Like that young girl, she was like 15 or 16 years old. Remember that? Mm-hmm. And it was down the street from like the red light district, and she was laying on the sidewalk.
That was in Manila.
And she was passed out.
Mm-hmm.
And then she had a baby with her.
And the baby was like by the
baby was breastfeeding.
Yeah, but the baby, she put the baby by where the people can walk. What if the people or some people would step on the baby?
Yeah, but that's just sad. That's like the saddest thing. That is the saddest thing I saw in the Philippines.
That was really sad. And he's so funny because it's like, okay, let's go to 7-Eleven.
We don't have that in Alaska.
Yeah, we have a lot of 7-Elevens in the Philippines. Even in our tiny town right now, we have 7-Eleven. But he went to 7-Eleven and bought a fresh milk because he says for the baby. The baby drinks formula and a fresh milk more.
You know, that surprised me about the Philippines, really, is how many wires. Like, we have like these
the electric.
The electric, there's like single ones. There's just a single. And then like in the Philippines, they were like in bundles. It was just crazy because there was so many, on the light pole.
I know.
All the lights. That's just crazy.
Yeah, I guess you guys is... No, it's not wireless, but I think you guys is wired on.
No, they're right there. It's just that you only see 3.
Yeah. Remember you went to Panabo and then how you take a shower?
Yeah, I had to take a shower with a bucket,
Bucket with a tabo. It was like this.
and it was cold, which is okay because it was hot outside. And I had to sleep with frozen water bottles along my body because it was too hot.
It was so funny.
It's not ginger friendly.
It's so funny, and it was hard at the same time for Filipino
That's what
because
she said.
I had no idea what to feed him. The very first breakfast is like, I'm gonna make you breakfast, and I gave him bacon. It was like, oh, I thought something special. I'm like, that's what you guys eat, right? That's why I googled Americans eat bacon.
That's racist.
I mean, I've never cooked bacon in my life, and then he went and visited, so I made him bacon. I was so disappointed.
And I remember that bathroom that we had in Panabo, and it was a hole in the floor, and you gave me a candle as a light, and it was hot, and I was squatting over that hole, like Shaq at the free throw, and I was sweating.
Well, I didn't realize that it wasn't normal in other worlds. I grew up.
Why is there no toilet seats in the malls in the Philippines? That's another thing. And
Tissue.
we had to go with our own toilet paper.
Yeah, no toilet paper.
And I'm not
no
used to
toilet
somebody
seat.
being in the bathroom all the time. Like they have the workers in the bathroom, the guy, you know?
Yeah, because the queen.
And I'm trying to pee, and he's like sitting there like, what's up?
And it was funny because I didn't understand why he was frustrated, because sometimes he gets so frustrated and he gets so grumpy, and I didn't understand because it was, for us it was normal, and I'm like, what the heck, what's so special about America? I mean, what do they have there, like gold toilet or something?
Do all Asian people think all white people look alike?
Yeah,
Because I remember when I went there and like the little kids were like, John Cena, John Cena. I don't look anything like John Cena, so I went like this, and then they were all like taking pictures and stuff. And
yeah,
it was crazy.
and we went to People's Park, and the boys, the boys would take picture with him because they thought he was John Cena, and then the girls grabbed me and then asked to take picture of me because they thought I am John Cena's wife.
And remember, you were getting your hair done in the mall. And
Oh,
you
yeah.
looked out the window, and all those girls were taking pictures.
Taking
with me.
pictures of him.
I wonder if it's because they think I'm a criminal because of my tattoos.
Maybe too. What else did you remember?
Besides being hot.
Food. I think he got riced up.
Man.
Just like other foreigners, you'd never find him eating McDonald's like regularly. But whenever we go on vacation, he would be like, can we actually eat McDonald's? He gets so excited over McDonald's.
No, I don't know. I don't know why that is.
Yeah, so I think you really would go back to your roots. But he's surprised about the McDonald's menu. You were surprised, right?
Yeah, I was surprised that everything was smaller, which was okay.
No, but we have something else in our McDonald's menu.
Spaghetti? Or was that Jollibee?
That was Jollibee. But we had like chicken and rice McDonald's. His favorite was Shakey's.
I love Shakey's. Except the sad part of Shakey's is that little boy sitting outside the thing and nobody... Do you remember when I gave that little boy food outside
Yeah.
McDonald's and the manager got mad at me?
Yeah.
He said, don't give the kid food because now they're worried that the kids are going to stand outside McDonald's.
Yeah.
I didn't like that. And I was actually considering, and I may have, I don't remember because it was so long ago, of writing or emailing the corporate office of McDonald's, but I never heard anything back.
But you
I
can't
don't
do that.
remember
It's
if I
a
did
third
that.
world country. I mean,
Yeah, I know, but there's a little kid.
to sum it all up, do you see yourself retiring in the Philippines?
I do, but I need to do something. When we move to the Philippines, I need to have something to do. I can't just retire and not do anything. Because when I retired from the military, I went crazy. It was only 2 months, and I got...
You're already crazy.
No, I
you
mean,
just
like,
got
look,
crazier.
No, I really got depressed and everything because I got to have something to do. I don't know how people just sit at home all day. And another thing that I want to say that is a stereotype of the Philippines that is not true. Southeast Asia in general, a lot of foreigners think the girls are like sex girls or something in Southeast Asia. They really do. A lot of people think that, and it was just surprising me how polite and respectful like everybody was. Like there's a lot of like really good Catholic girls. There's a lot of really good Muslim girls. Iglesia de Cristo. There was just a lot of really good people. So that's a huge stereotype, you know.
And what did you learn from Kuya John?
About the shirt.
It's not just Kuya John though.
Filipino guys like to roll their shirt up when it's hot outside, and they roll it up like this, and then they rub their stomach.
Those are the things that we wanted to remember. At least we record it so we can go back. Maybe someday we'll be forgetful.
We're both chewing gum on this video, and that's impolite. Just illegal in Singapore.
It's illegal in Singapore. But I'm Filipino, so it's okay. What else do we have?
Boom.
That is it for the video today. If you enjoyed this kind of video, please go ahead and hit the like button and the subscription.
Hello. Yes, Manny Pacquiao. I'm a mother.
You're like the whitest Filipino I know. The Filipinoest white I know. I don't know.
I've been known to be called
The white Filipino.
Filipino.
Oh my god, that car almost hit you.
Old lady driver.
Shut up. Just Asian.
Was she?
You're gonna
Asian driver, no survivor. It's ginger cracker or ginger snap.
Whatever. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. Have a good day. Bye.
I'm on my way, Manny. All right, bye.